Now this is a new version of the auto-translate, the speech-to-speech conversion, or if you want to call it a universal translator. It was written mostly by ChaTGPT 4.01 mini, which is like greased lightning. And you should try it. It's really incredible. And that was the mini one. That wasn't even the full one. It's got what they call reasoning in it, and it's very, very fast. But anyway, it came up with this, which has got so many things in it. It's features that when it was written, it's caching and buffering and variable buffers here. Same as before, you can change the languages. But a colleague of mine said, why don't you put text-to-speech to it? So I actually did try text-to-speech, but it wouldn't work. But this version of ChatGPT 4.0 managed to, 01, sorry, managed, I think it is, yeah, it managed to sort it out incredibly quickly. So let's set the input to the microphone, and here are the voices that you can get out of the thing, which I had to load into Microsoft. There's a whole ton of them. I'm just going to pick a French one that's bilingual. That means I don't have to keep swapping them around, because when you change voices, you have to, if you put an English voice in, actually I'll show you that happening. If you put an English voice in, it can be quite funny, because that's English Great Britain. They're not very good at pronouncing French words, let's say, or some foreign words. So let's try that. I've got to put the default to number 48. There's quite a lot to this, actually, where I send the output. And the input is microphone, so that should be okay. So I should be ready to start now. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
There's a slight delay there, obviously, when I went. Now the delay you can make less by reducing the buffer size, or you can make it longer and make it, but
You can make less by reducing the buffer. You can make it longer and make it.
So it all depends where you set the buffer size. It's a bit of a trade-off between the speed and the latency, as you might imagine, actually.
So it all depends where you set the buffer size. It's a bit of. Is it a bit of a trade-off between the speed and the latency, as you might imagine?
Now I'm just going to put French in, so it should come out in French now. Hello. I might have difficulty swapping voices. I'll just start it again. Right, now I should really have restarted it every time. Now it should come out in French.
Night imagined, actually. Bonjour. Bonjour. Je pourrais avoir des difficultés à changer. Les échanges de voix ont recommence maintenant. Now devriens. Je devrais libre. Jelri redémarrer chaque fois. Non, Illinois devrait sortir en français. Non, je vais juste mettre du français dedans. Ça devrait sortir en français maintenant.
That is so hilarious. It's English voice. Sorry, I shouldn't make fun. I'll put a French voice in. I'll put a bilingual voice in. Like there's something you get bilingual ones, multilingual ones. That's in neutral. I'm not sure. There's so many of them. I don't know which. Oh, multilingual. That's good. Let's go again. Hello. How are you doing today?
Bonjour, comment vas-tu aujourd'hui?
Today is a nice day. Don't know what happened there. Something got hung up. Right. There it is.
Que fais-tu aujourd'hui?
When it gets going, it's fun.
Que s'est-il passé là-bas?
The birds,
Je ne sais pas ce qui s'est passé là-bas. Mec, c'est là.
the birds are singing in the trees.
Quand ça commence, c'est bien le. Aujourd'hui est une belle journée. Les vers. Les oiseaux chantent dans les arbres.
Les oiseaux chantent dans les arbres.
The birds are singing in the trees.
Samedi dernier, je me suis réveillé de bonne heure.
Last Saturday, I went.
Anyway, let's swap it back. It has, when you try and swap voices, there's always that kind of latency. It doesn't like that. It's better to kind of start and stick to one language. But since I'm demonstrating it, I thought I might as well. I don't know if I've got any Hebrew voices. Certainly got German voices. Put a German voice in. It would be under Deutschland, DE. Yes, right. German, right, here we go. Hello, how are you today?
Hallo, wie geht es dir heute? Wie geht es dir heute?
Thank you.
Danke.
Please.
Bitte.
Danke, bitte.
Thank you, please.
Ich weiß nicht, was soll es bedeuten. All right.
I don't know what it means.
Okay, so now I'm going to do more interesting things with a stream of audio coming off the PC rather than stuff like this. It's going to do Russian to English. You won't be able to hear the original because I've had to, I only can play one stream at a time and I can't switch between them without coming out and back in again. Select it to English voice, Thomas, and 40 buffer size. I've got to start the, again, you have to say you won't hear that, but it's going. Now let's start the speech thing.
Look, I really like your porridge. Can I try it? I'll try. Yes, okay, millet, you say. You say there, yes, yes, millet, iris, millet, and rice, damn, and by the way, I don't like millet. But I don't like semolina porridge. Do you have semolina in your kindergarten? I know what kind of porridge I like, oatmeal. Do you like oatmeal? Yes, and there is semolina porridge, you eat it, but no. Few people like oatmeal either, but for some reason they eat it more now. No, I wouldn't either. I didn't eat semolina porridge either. Nobody likes semolina porridge. Well, she doesn't do anything to me. What do you want to start, dryer? Yes, here you go. I like oatmeal. Yes, yes, porridge. Your friendship is not bad, but you know. And you know what I want more is probably a pie. What do you want to start with? I'll give you this. What would you call this dish? This is a new word that we now. Any ideas, novice? We have now come up with an idea. You are now Makash drying out. Dryer in gym and crunch dryer well. And look what else there is. There is also a jar of tubers. With strawberry jam, you can open it like this. And do you want to spread it on a pancake? Yes, okay, then I'll do it for you. Tell me, what is your favorite?
I'm just changing to a
What is your
Russian
favorite
voice.
food while I'm smearing? Well, I like pretzels like that.
He should be able to speak English.
So also ice cream or ice cream. Rainbow, well, you don't eat ice cream for breakfast. No. What do you eat?
He sounds very stereotypical now.
What do you usually eat for breakfast? Well, I eat porridge with jam now. Now you BTT, and what do you see? How do you feel?
Let's make it Russian to Russian.
Delicious, cool, and I cut off the spoon. And I guess I don't want sweets yet, but I do.
Now it's coming into Russian in a minute.
А хочу сделать себе бутерброд с сыром, кладу сыр на белый ломтик хлеба и кладу сверху кусочек.
If I can find a Chinese one, it would be more interesting as well.
Песочек докторской колбасы или кусочек колбаски, можно нежно назвать ее колба.
Neutral is Chinese.
Пока ты ешь оладушек, я расскажу тебе про докторскую.
1936
Про докторскую колбасу, в общем, вот, это вот колбаса, она называется докторская колбаса.
I'm going to start it again with the Chinese. So it should translate into Chinese here. Here we go. Into Chinese.
他们饿了很长一段时间，没有吃任何东西，这就是为什么它变成了。好听的名字，好吧。总的来说，我们把香肠放在一边吧，让我也尝一口这个黄油吧。这个三明治盒，好吧，没关系，我宁愿把香肠分开吃。
Well, I'll have a look for some more voices while I was doing that.
那是红醋栗吗？味道如何？试试吧。是的 ，Popro。
Giuseppe
那么你
Italian.
能说什么味道？打开。
I'll just stop that.
酸甜可口。顺便说一句，还有红醋栗。红醋栗是一种季节性浆果，现在是6月，只是
Now it's coming through in Italian. In any minute it'll change the voice.
dove vieni spesso con tutta la famiglia o gli amici. In Russia esiste un concetto così meraviglioso di dacia, casa di campagna. 这正是俄罗斯红醋栗最多的月份。
This is Latin.
E continuerò a mangiare ribes rosso lì, nonostante ciò. Coltivare ribes rosso andremo anche noi presto. Andiamo alla dacia, andrò presto alla dacia e... Per portare lì il fine settimana non so, per farti la grigliata. Che è consuetudine rilassarsi alla dacia, spesso le persone vengono lì per lavorare, per esempio. Exempli grazia, in dacia sep auxilium avium meam planta
This
potatoes.
is Latin.
Diquat ibi crescit multum etium omni,
There isn't a Latin voice, obviously.
ad dacia bene mihi nulla non sep. Amica mea eti magnus hortus ibi. Nos estate mea quid ibi. Senaculum prope habeo ludo eti ambulo. Florus cucumirs eti omnia quae lisa riga, sep ad dacia vadis. Colligant potatoes, currants eti agrum non noverunt.
I'm just trying to... Oh, let's try Japanese.
Quid mihi in dacia? Fraga fraga eti raspberries.
I will stop that.
Bene,
Because I changed the
egi,
voice, I should
ubi
stop
crescit.
it. Restart it.
Quid
It
est
should come in-
ventus omnium ruri?
It should come in...
Fraga eti Cicerus. Aelic. Multum illic crescente superlectulum nimium. Fragam mulvina.
hang on, it's got to be in
タムプレティアム
Oh, there it is. Don't know why it. Oh, I think it's going through an advert, is it? That's why. That's the reason. It was an advert, so there was some change.
見てください。何ですか？
Now we're in Japanese.
他に何があるか見てください。ゼリーがあります。ゼリーはとても濃厚なコンポートで、私ならそう書くと思います。ちなみに、私はロシア以外で彼を見たことがありません。これがチューブです。差し込んでください。ここに貼って試してみて、ゼリーの好みを教えてください。ストローでゼリーを飲むのですが、どんな味がしますか？ホコリの中からゼリーを今はどうやって飲んでいますか？シニア。わかりました。感謝しましょう。チェリーが濃厚で美味しいです。はい。私もやってみます。できます。クールです。とても気に入っています。濃厚なゼリーをくれます。幼稚園でゼリーを与えることがロシアに登場。
19 यह वह चाकू है
She won't be able to speak it well at the moment until she comes to her own language.
जिससे मैंने मक्खन का एक टुकड़ा काटा
She's trying to speak.
और मैं इसे लिसा को देता हूँ ताकि वह इसे स्वयं कर सके। मैं खुद ही ब्रेड पर मक्खन लगाता हूँ।
Now she's into Hindi.
पनीर और सॉसेज के साथ उपलब्ध है। वैसे तो मक्खन बहुत बढ़िया चीज है, आप इसे खा सकते हैं। पैनकेक और पैनकेक के साथ और किसी भी चीज के साथ बिल्कुल कुछ भी।
I'm going to stop that and go to English.
ठीक है, आओ तुम्हारी मदद करो। तेल और यह बहुत स्वादिष्ट हो जाएगा। क्या आप सहमत हैं? ठीक है। किसी के द्वारा, उदाहरण के लिए, यदि आप दलिया पकाते हैं और यह अच्छा होगा, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं। खैर, यह बहुत स्वादिष्ट नहीं है, इसलिए आपको इसमें मक्खन का एक टुकड़ा मिलाना चाहिए।
Right, I'm just now going to go to a Indian video, which is this one. She's a very clear speaker. Again, you won't be able to hear the original. Actually, difficulty hearing it myself. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Right.
Today the house is big. Today the houses are bigger. There is more space.
So that's translating from Hindi into English.
Thinking. Earlier, when there was less money, still I was there to help everyone. Ready to help, resources were limited. Even then people would say, let us come, yes come, we are with you. But your house is not our place. Today. So less but more. There is no size, there is no amount, there is no number of horses. So what is the thinking that is getting smaller and smaller? How much money do we have?
Sorry.
If you speak so softly here, then you will go home.
Here's another one.
Then how will we go home and tell how much money we have? Is it too much and how much time?
So that's the last video. Here's another video.
In
you should
world.
hear him now.
There is a lot more than what is needed. Army, what epidemic is going on these days? I am doing this, which one to do? Useless contemplation. Harish Ware is growing out of contemplation. Are having mental illness. Now the longer I open my phone, the
I wonder if I
At
can
least
do,
5 calls come from mentally ill.
Maori.
Someone still calls for wheat. I can't
won't
open
be
it
able to
all day,
pronounce Maori,
just
but
for an hour.
That's in Maori.
Suffering from operation. I'm having mental problems.
Maori is the native language
We have
of New
reached the
Zealand.
far end of time. KT wakatupato aino matu ki no tangata katoa. He moha no wa I tupato aria baba I teni I ra, mi pahia tatu. Qua carrero ababa I no wa I mua.
Obviously, there's no native
T mutunga ot kapu ka kitia he wa.
no native Maori voice.
Ka mami ahau it mate hinengaro ka kino teao.
So I'm going to stop that.
Naka aho t kama haroki ot katoa. Ae, ikore ko I tuku mo it po. Ka tai tao ki ti ahua kino nat mea ka nuia ke no me.
Just get out of that. Right. So sorry about that. So that's the end of the demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it. Might be a bit boring for some, but it just shows you the basic ideas of how it works. Thank you very much.